Yo, what's up, everybody? So good to be back with Jamie. Um, Before we jump in, please make sure that you subscribe to make sure that you get notifications to all of my other upcoming videos that I'll be posting as well. So yeah, thank you, Jamie, for joining me to do this interview. I really appreciate your time.
Good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
So let's jump in. First question, tell us a bit about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? Who is Jamie?
Yeah, well, obviously my name's Jamie. I'm from Nottingham in the UK. Lived here for quite some time. I applied to, when I was younger, I always sort of wanted something in life that was different. And it was hard to work out what that was, but I knew that I didn't want the regular things, the regular sort of 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I've done it. It's just that I didn't want it. And it took me a while to work out what I wanted to do at that time. And I applied to university, but halfway through that, I wasn't enjoying it. So I applied to the Armed Forces, the Royal Navy.
Wow,
And
I always
I
wanted
applied
to join the Navy. That was like a dream
so,
of mine when I was younger.
It's a different life for sure. And there was good and bad from it. But I applied to be a mine clearance diver, basically. So essentially diving down under the sea and blowing up mines, essentially, with C4 packs. It's pretty crazy. And that was cool. I really enjoyed certain aspects of that, especially and anything to do with diving. It was really cool. There were certain aspects I didn't enjoy of it, and I eventually left that. But I took some great sort of things from that career. I was only there 3 years, but really challenging. I was able to learn a lot about mindset, discipline, things like that. And I actually even though I'm not in that place at the moment, in that job, I take a lot of them qualities from that previous job and apply them in my own life still today. So it's an experience that has been and gone, but I've enjoyed some of it. I didn't enjoy some of it, but I took the positives and used them to kind of guide me to my future, basically. And here I am now. I'm working in my. I'm actually really grateful. I'm working in my family business with my dad because I was in Scotland previously, so I'm back in Nottingham now. Working in the family business, and I'm building a business on the side part time. Building that up. My plan is to basically build that up over the next 3 years, and I know exactly where I want to go. And it doesn't really matter for me how long it is to get there, whether it be my first goal, my top goal, or it be my goal a little further down in terms of how long it's going to take me to get where I want to be, or whether it be the worst case scenario, because I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm here to stay, basically, to grow my own business.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So what would you say was your line in the sand moment when you realized that you need to do something else, like you said, to create something on the sideline?
Yeah, well, there's a few sort of things really. I always admired from a distance what my dad had, because he had a successful business. Wasn't all rainbows, because at times it was hard, but he now has a business that's really doing well for him, and he sort of manages it how he wants, because it's his business. And I always thought that's really cool. He's got that freedom to do what he wants and essentially live his life on his own terms. So that was always in the sort of the subconscious part of my mind, in the back of my mind, whilst I was growing up. And I wasn't particularly enjoying my time in the Royal Navy, and it was kind of, at that time, it was everything that I wanted. So I'd achieved my goal, and I was thinking, hold on a sec, I've achieved exactly what I want to in life, but it's not enough for me. I don't want to live this way the rest of my life, so something needs to change for me. I looked into various business opportunities, and most of these business opportunities were they're actually offline business opportunities. And I weighed up the pros and cons. I had 2 or 3 ideas. I had an idea to have do airport taxi runs, so basically transferring people to an airport with like a 10-seater minibus. I thought, okay, well, I'd be independent doing that. That's cool. But I'd also be working a lot of weekends. So it was like, there was some good things and some bad things about it. And then I thought, okay, well, I really enjoy cooking. So I could open like a brand that is healthy cooking, but quick cooking. So fast food that's nice and healthy. And maybe I'd be appealing to not only people that eat meat, but people that don't eat meat, because I like to eat meat and I like to eat a plant-based diet as well. So I thought about that as well. Again, that was involved in working the weekends. And then I came across an opportunity that kind of ticked all the boxes, really, to work online. And I guess my stand in the moment when I saw that was actually an advert, was when I was trying to think of all these opportunities, and they weren't quite perfect. And it was about 3:00 in the morning, and I was up on a Saturday morning on ship in the Navy on duty. And I was just thinking, why am I up at this time doing this? Is this really what I wanted in life? And I was like, do you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take a chance and go for this and see what happens with it. And that was my line in the sand moment. I wasn't particularly enjoying my job. There's a few things I enjoyed about it, but probably at that point, more stuff that I didn't. And yeah, I guess I'm here now, and I decided to actually do something about it rather than suffering.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, good choice. So how long have you been in the online business world, and how's your experience been so far?
I've been in about a year. I've learned lots of stuff, and definitely been ups and downs. And it's not all been rainbows, that's for sure.
Oh no.
I think that's something that's definitely important to sort of say, because I think when people come from an employee background, they're used to that regular wage at first.
Yeah, like a straight line kind of thing.
Yeah, and maybe it's hard to grasp it sometimes with entrepreneurship. You work hard and it's sort of a graph that goes up and down.
Yeah.
But because you're in it for the long term, it's like those struggles, I never see it as failing. I either see it as winning or learning. And I've learned a lot. Definitely. And now I'm at this point now. Initially, I think I found the right business model. But the people I was working with, the system, I would say, wasn't quite perfect. So I kind of learned a lot through that time. I had my ups and downs. And then come the start of 2020, we changed things up and evolved our businesses. And I really became to sort of see the fruits of that labor, I guess, the hard work that I previously put in, the knowledge that I've obtained from that. And I find myself now, a year later, sort of teaching other people how to do the same thing, mentoring others, and coming off course thinking, wow, I actually know a lot more than I used to think I did. And these people have gained knowledge from it and I've helped them. So it's quite rewarding.
Yeah, I always say that that's the most rewarding thing, is being able to help someone else with whatever problem they have. And if you have a solution to it, there's like an emotion that you can't explain when you know that you have actually like invested in someone else's life. It's really, and what we do and our community and everything, it's very rewarding. It's hard, like you say, that we do get our tough days and things aren't always sunshine and roses, but the rewards are so worth it at the end. Not just money wise. Money is just a side thing that is part of what we do, but being able to help each other and to see each other grow and to inspire each other and to solve problems together. That's the main thing for me as well, why I'm so grateful to be part of this community.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think money's amazing. I love money. What's the old phrase?
I love
money.
Who doesn't? If you don't love money, something's wrong with you. I'm not saying being greedy, but money makes the world go round, eh?
Exactly. And it's nothing to be ashamed of at all. But I was earning pretty good money previously, and I wasn't happy. I think it's the environment you earn money in, and if you can do it with something that you really enjoy and love, then and you're building your own dream and helping others build their dream along the way. For me, that's awesome, especially when the business I'm in is heavily sort of focused on long-term health of people, and the long-term health of the planet. And those two things are something that I really align with personally.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, especially when it comes to the planet. I think I had my wake-up call, was it like 2 years ago, when I realized the damage that us as humans do to the planet. And I believe that what's going on in the world at the moment is just a reflection of what us as the human race has done to the planet, to Mother Earth. It's like a mirror effect. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, but that's just the way that I see it. There's so much chaos and turmoil because of what we do to the planet. I mean, if we don't have the planet, what do we have? If we don't have Mother Earth, what do we have? We have nothing. If we don't have trees, how will we breathe? If we don't have the ocean and the animals and those things, how will we survive? But I don't think that a lot of people see it that way.
No, I think most people think that the world is there to serve them, and like the world has been here for, we don't know how long, do we?
Yeah, many thousands of years.
We're a guest here, just like every other being, and
animals were here before us.
Exactly, for sure. Like the actual odds of being alive, I think it's 400 trillion to 1. So we're lucky to be here. And I think things are changing, but they're probably not changing quick enough. I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but it's one of the things I'm passionate about. And if we can do what we can as one person and affect others doing that as well in a positive way, and not in a way that kind of lectures
people. It will be like a domino effect eventually.
Yeah, in a way that sort of inspires people.
Yeah, I agree with that. So where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years within your online business? Like, I know you mentioned earlier that you've got a 3-year plan. So tell us a bit about that. Like, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, okay. Well, I've come to a point in my business now where it's rare that there's not one day that I put something into it. And that's not because I'm slogging away and grinding. It's because I really enjoy what I do. So even on my days off, I'm still doing it. So I probably put in 15 to 18 hours a week, putting this on the side. And I've got some really good coaches, and I'm seeing the fruits of my labor now, and I wasn't before. And that's part of entrepreneurship. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. The important thing is to stick with it because you've got that long-term vision. So I guess where I see myself is in 3 years' time, minimum of full-time self-employed. That's a minimum. And being able to help my family out, because I do enjoy certain things in life. Like I enjoy the good stuff. I enjoy traveling, nice holidays, I enjoy nice cars, but ultimately the thing that beats all of them is helping those that are close to me. So, I want to buy my mum a certain car that she always wanted that she can never afford. I want to take my dad on a particular holiday. He's a massive fan of motor racing, and I want to take him to what's called the Monaco Grand Prix. It's quite like a sought after race, and it's something I'd like to do because I know he can't afford it, and he's in a great position, but I know he probably wouldn't be able to afford the sort of package, I guess, that I'd love to take him on. So those are really, really specific things I want to do, and I've got it's not here, but I've got a list of 20 or 30 things that I want to achieve, specific things, and I'm just going to tick them off. But ultimately, it all starts with having that freedom and also coaching others at the same time. So I guess the simplest way to answer it is ultimately being in full control of my life and helping others do the same as well. And then I can go on to achieve them other things as well in the free time that I've got. I'd like to, I'm into my physical training, and I'd like to start training a bit more. I'd like to help, we're talking about helping people before, and I'd like to be honest, I'd like to see a bit more of the world. So I know exactly where I'm going, which is awesome, because for years I did struggle with that. And all it is now about is just keep it consistent, slowly giving that extra 1% every day. And then in 2 to 3 years time, you look back and you're like, wow, I've totally changed, and I didn't even realize because I did it over a length of time.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a rushed thing. It's all a process, and we need to fall in love with the process. And that's what makes it so beautiful. You don't see a flower, just plant the seed and there it is. It's a process of how it needs to evolve and develop.
Yeah, I think it's something that people struggle with massively. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
people that aren't in people that are in the employee background, they're like, they can't, I mean, not everyone, but some people really struggle to understand that, like, if success doesn't come to you within the first month, that doesn't mean it's not going to come to you.
Yeah.
You just work in a different way and you work out the kinks. And like, entrepreneurship is, in my opinion, like the best thing you can ever do. It's not for everyone, definitely, but it is for anyone. And if you can have yourself in the correct circles and, well, in my opinion, learn from people that have the success that you want,
Yeah,
then you really can't go wrong. Whether you reach your goal in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, whatever your time scale is, why would you stop? Do you know what I mean? Because ultimately, you can live 40 years working for someone else that you don't enjoy and you're not inspired, or you can just work for 3 years for yourself and build that time, and then realize, wow, those 3 years went quickly, went fast, and now I'm in a place that I never thought I'd be able to achieve.
yeah. Well, I still up and today tell people that I do believe the business model and what we are part of within 3 years, it's more than achievable. More than achievable. If you say like you're putting in 15, 18 hours a week, I cannot see that you will not achieve the success that you want within 3 years. Like that is, it will happen. And like you say, people get discouraged. I mean, I was very discouraged, and I still get my days where I'm very discouraged when I don't get the results that I want. But it's all trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And like you say, if you can work for 40 years on someone else's dream, but you can't take 3 years to work on your dream, then somewhere something isn't really aligned within you.
Yeah, there's a massive imbalance, I think, in that. And sometimes, for the great things in life, you just have to put great effort in,
Exactly.
and if you're
Not
willing to do that, yeah, exactly. If you're willing to do that, the massive rewards are there. But some people aren't, and that's okay because it's not for everyone.
Exactly. So do you believe that the online business world is the future, and why?
I think I do, but I don't believe it's like particularly any one online business. I think there's loads of things out there that are helping people at the moment, and all you have to do is work out how you live your life to realize how powerful any business is online. We used to, we don't even, well, we still do it, but we have the option to not even go to fast food parlors anymore, and we just go on the Just Eat app or something like that, and that's, it's brought to us. We have the option to go on Amazon now, and within 24 hours we've got a delivery there instead of going to a bookstore. We have so many options to literally just live online, and the online space is about making things easier. And although I guess the offline world will always be there in terms of entrepreneurship, the online world makes things easier because me and you can connect with customers in our sleep. And well, I've had conversations with customers in my sleep, and that's the power of being online, because it connects you to the whole world and it grows your potential business massively and the eyes on your business. So I think it is not just specific to one business, but I think throughout you see that everything is online. Anything successful is online these days, and I just wanted to be part of the action.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Just be part of the action. So let's jump into the last question. What advice do you have for other men that are your age that are looking to change their lives, change their situation, create a better future for themselves? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say, first of all, forget about what you actually want to do to just earn money. What do you want to do in life in general, and get really specific in that. So what are them dreams for you? What do they look like? Do you want to go to a specific beach and, I don't know, have a specific cocktail. I know that sounds crazy, but if you can get specific about what your dreams are, then it keeps you so guided. So at first I would say, write all them things down. It's something I did, and it really helps me, because in difficult times, you know exactly where you want to go. You're not thinking, I just want to be better off. You know exactly where you want to go, and those things drive you. Secondly, I'd say find someone that actually has what you want and use them to mentor you. I think mentorship is something that's come about in the last 10 to 8 years, and it's for me it's massive, because I think it makes the leap of entrepreneurship so much easier when you're not doing it all alone. Someone's been there and done it, and they're guiding you to success. So when you can do that, it's massive for me. So yeah, get specific on your dreams. Use someone like a mentor or coach to guide you and be in intimate contact with them. And number 3, I guess, would be, when times get hard, just realize that you're in this for the long haul, and you've had hard times in work before, and you know the hard times in work will never be the same as hard times in entrepreneurship, because you're ultimately building something for yourself. And what's more difficult, having a difficult day in entrepreneurship and getting back on it and building your dream, or having more of a difficult day in work and giving up and just surrendering to a corporate company that's going to kind of, I don't know, grab you by the neck, in theory, for the rest of your life. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a hatred for the corporate world at all. I just have a love for the freedom. Lifestyle. Yeah. And I think we owe it to ourselves to live the best possible version of our lives, because before you know it, you're going to be old and you're like, I could have done more. So if we can do everything we can, although there are good days and bad days, you got to just go for it in life, I believe. Exactly. And that's what I'd say, them 3 things. Yeah.
That's great advice. Definitely some great advice over there. Is there anything else, Jamie, that you would like to share? Any other inspiration or wisdom with people that are watching?
Inspirational wisdom. Difficult one, really. I guess ultimately I would just say, if you've got a goal, you've got a specific goal, and people don't get it, that's okay, because it's your goal and it's your dream, and no one knows how you want to live your life, and no one knows how ambitious you are as a person. So you have to go with what you want ultimately, and you can take advice of friends and family and things like that, but it may be not always the best advice, because they might not see you succeeding straight away. And from an employee kind of mindset, they might think, overprotection, this ain't working, so maybe just don't do it anymore. But ultimately, you know what you want, so no one can stop you. If you can make yourself bulletproof, then you can achieve anything in life.
I agree with that. Bulletproof. I like that saying. That's a nice saying. I'm definitely going to remember that one. Make yourself bulletproof.
I stole that from a mentor.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. But anyway, Jamie, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I really enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that the viewers also enjoyed it as much as I did. And then I'll chat to you soon.
All right. That's been really great to come on, Anastasia. I really appreciate you inviting me.
You're welcome. Chat to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.